Your heart is calling for something real, something that transcends your daily to-do lists and the constant hum of expectations. There is a quiet wisdom deep within you, a gentle voice reminding you that your life is meant to feel meaningful and aligned, not just rushed or obligatory. Today, let's honor that whisper and explore how to find genuine purpose and peace by reconnecting with your authentic self. So many of us move through life on autopilot, drifting between responsibilities, relationships, and a nagging sense that we're meant for more. Perhaps you've felt that subtle ache, a longing to break free from patterns that no longer serve you. Maybe you've even stumbled upon recent conversations online about living authentically, where people share stories of letting go of fear, downsizing possessions, or dropping old labels that constrain them. The desire for authenticity resonates widely because it points to a universal truth. Beneath our roles and obligations, we yearn to be seen and accepted for who we truly are. This script is devoted to guiding you through some of the key steps on this path of self-discovery. Together, we'll walk through practical methods, like releasing emotional blockages, practicing daily affirmations, and establishing meaningful routines that embody your life's purpose. We'll talk about the magic of mirror work, where meeting your own eyes can spark profound compassion. We'll also delve into the importance of forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself, so you can reclaim energy that may be entangled in old resentments. As we proceed, remember that each insight you encounter is an invitation rather than a command. Sometimes, the most transformative changes arise from gentle experimentation, trying out a practice for a few days and noticing how your mind and heart respond. If something doesn't feel right, you can adapt it to your unique rhythm. The beauty of authenticity is that it has no rigid formula. It asks only that you show up with honesty and openness. In this exploration, you'll see how small acts of self-love can ripple outward to shift your overall outlook. You'll realize that healing unresolved emotions lightens your entire being. You'll learn how to harness affirmations, not as empty words, but as powerful seeds planted in the fertile soil of your mind. And as we unearth the connection between thoughts and physical well-being, you may be surprised at the doors that open when you align all aspects of yourself. Consider this your safe space, where curiosity is welcome and judgment is left behind. Each section aims to open a new window into the landscape of your own potential. Stay with me until the very end, and I promise you'll be gifted with a unifying affirmation, one that can help you weave these concepts into the tapestry of your everyday life. Let's begin by looking inward to uncover what authenticity truly means and why it's the cornerstone of a purposeful existence. Authenticity is not about perfection. It's about wholeness. It asks you to embrace your strengths and your shadows with honesty and kindness. In a world that often prioritizes appearances and social media personas, this can feel daunting. Yet something in your core knows when you're being genuine, when the mask slips off and you speak, think, and act from a place of truth. To better understand authenticity, imagine peeling away layers of clothing on a cold day, aiming to stand in the warmth of your own natural essence. These layers might be roles you've taken on, like being the peacemaker in your family or the overachiever at your workplace. While these roles can serve a purpose, they don't encompass all of you. Over time, you might forget that beneath those layers, you have an identity that's separate from any external demands. Consider why so many people are now drawn to the concept of living your truth. Podcasts, blog posts, and discussion forums are brimming with talk of ditching inauthentic lifestyles in favor of more genuine expressions of self. This shift is more than a trend. It's an awakening. People are tired of feeling they must conform. They sense that true freedom lies in acknowledging who they are at their core, even if it means letting go of others' expectations. How do you begin to uncover your authentic self? Start by tuning in to your internal signals. Pay attention to when you feel energized or engaged, activities or conversations that light a spark inside you. Similarly, notice when a situation leaves you feeling drained, uneasy, or misaligned. These feelings are clues, guiding you toward what resonates with your inner truth and away from what stifles it. Over time, you develop a clearer sense of your values and desires. Self-reflection exercises can be profoundly helpful here. You might choose to write in a journal, asking questions like, what do I genuinely enjoy doing when I have free time? Or, which people in my life make me feel seen and valued? Write down your responses without overthinking them. Sometimes, your first instincts reveal the purest answers before self-doubt tries to edit them. To anchor this exploration, speak an affirmation that invites you to be real with yourself. I trust my inner wisdom to reveal who I truly am, and I embrace that truth wholeheartedly. Repeating these words gently yet consistently reminds your subconscious mind that it's safe and indeed liberating to honor your authentic essence. If hesitation or fear arises, remind yourself that authenticity thrives on gentle experimentation. There's no final exam or grade. There's just a deepening understanding of yourself day by day. Remember, unveiling your true nature is a process of shedding layers, not ripping them away. Be patient and compassionate. The next step in your journey is to reinforce this sense of self with the powerful foundation of self-love, so your authenticity can flourish without apology or hesitation. Self-love is often misunderstood as narcissism or excessive pride. But true self-love is about recognizing and cherishing your inherent worth. It's a soft, guiding force that can ground you when life feels chaotic, offering internal reassurance that you deserve compassion and understanding, especially from yourself. When you hold yourself in love, you create an environment in which you can grow, heal, and shine more brightly in every aspect of your life. A fundamental step in cultivating self-love is becoming aware of how you speak to yourself. Are you quick to criticize your appearance or doubt your abilities? Do you brush off compliments or focus solely on your perceived flaws? Many of us operate with a harsh inner critic that over time diminishes self-esteem and perpetuates negative beliefs. Changing this dialogue doesn't happen overnight, but gentle, consistent effort can work wonders. Try an exercise. For one day, jot down every negative thought you catch yourself having. Then, beside each one, write a more compassionate or empowering response. For instance, if you note, I can't do anything right, immediately counter with, I am capable of growth. I'm learning something new each day. This might feel awkward at first, but it trains your mind to challenge old patterns and adopt a more nurturing voice. Another effective way to practice self-love is by honoring your own needs. That might mean scheduling downtime, even if you have a busy schedule, or it could involve setting boundaries with people who drain your energy. Self-love acknowledges that you cannot pour from an empty cup. By ensuring you're emotionally and physically nourished, you become better equipped to share your gifts with the world. Consider weaving affirmations into your daily routine to reinforce this mindset. A gentle one to start with is, I love and accept myself completely, here and now. Let the words settle into your heart, reminding you that you are enough, regardless of any accomplishments or missteps. You may also try placing sticky notes with encouraging messages around your home or office, so you encounter them unexpectedly throughout the day. When you cultivate self-love, you also become more receptive to kindness from others. You're less likely to sabotage relationships or reject compliments because you truly believe you are worthy of good things. It's as though an invisible barrier dissolves, making room for deeper, more authentic connections with friends, family, or romantic partners. This practice of self-love will act as a supportive pillar for all the other areas we're exploring, like releasing emotional baggage, establishing affirmations, and finding alignment between your mind and body. By steadily fostering self-love, you prepare a fertile ground for each step that follows. Next, we'll delve into healing emotional blockages, a process that becomes far more intuitive once you believe you're deserving of freedom from old pain. Unresolved emotions can linger like a hidden weight, subtly influencing your decisions, mood, and even your body's well-being. When these emotional knots remain tied, they can stifle your journey toward authenticity and self-love. Often, these blockages come from past experiences, perhaps a hurtful remark or a traumatic event that never received proper closure. Gently addressing and releasing these blockages opens you to renewed vitality and emotional clarity. One powerful way to begin is through journaling. There's a therapeutic release in putting pen to paper or fingers to keyboard without censoring your feelings. You might start by writing a letter to someone who hurt you, detailing everything you wish you could say, and then safely discarding it. The goal is not necessarily to confront them in real life, but to unburden your heart. Another approach is to name the specific emotions you're experiencing: anger, sadness, resentment. By labeling them, you acknowledge their existence, which is often the first step toward letting them go. Breathwork can also help dissipate stagnant energy. Sit quietly. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold for a brief pause, then exhale through your mouth for a count of 4. Envision each exhale carrying away tension, doubt, and unprocessed hurt. Some people find it helpful to pair this technique with a mantra like, I release what no longer serves me, and I welcome peace. Imagine each breath creating more space within you for calm and acceptance. If the emotions are particularly deep-rooted, consider professional support. Therapists, counselors, or support groups offer strategies for navigating pain in a safe environment. Reaching out for help doesn't imply weakness. It's an act of courage that acknowledges you're ready to clear the emotional debris and step into a freer version of yourself. On your path to healing, be patient. Emotional wounds may take time to close. There might be moments when a memory resurfaces and triggers fresh hurt. Each time this happens, remind yourself that you have the tools to heal. You've learned to name the feeling, breathe through it, and offer yourself empathy. It's like peeling layers from an onion. You address one layer of pain, only to discover there's another beneath it. But with each layer you release, your heart becomes lighter and more open. In the process of letting go, maintain an attitude of gentle forgiveness toward yourself and others. This doesn't excuse harmful behaviors, but it frees you from dwelling in bitterness. A simple affirmation could be, I choose to release the past. I forgive with love, and I am free to move forward. As you consistently affirm these words, you reinforce the message that you're prioritizing your own liberation and well-being. Once you begin clearing these emotional blockages, you'll find it easier to adopt fresh, supportive habits. That's where daily affirmations come into play, providing an ongoing source of guidance and renewal, even as you continue to heal and grow. Imagine planting a small seed in rich, fertile soil. With consistent watering and sunlight, that seed breaks through the earth and reaches for the sky. Daily affirmations work in much the same way. By offering your mind a steady dose of positive, uplifting statements, you create an environment that nurtures healthy beliefs and fresh perspectives. Over time, these beliefs take root, shaping how you see yourself and the world around you. Why are affirmations so powerful? The mind responds to repeated messages. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't do this, your brain accepts that as fact. Conversely, saying, I am capable of learning new skills over and over helps your mind adapt to a more encouraging viewpoint. It's not about ignoring reality or forcing blind optimism. Instead, it's about steering your mental focus toward possibilities rather than limitations. When crafting affirmations, keep them concise, positive, and in the present tense. For instance, say, I am worthy of love and happiness, instead of, I will be worthy of love and happiness. Speaking in the present tense sends a direct signal to your subconscious that this reality is unfolding right now, not in some distant future. You can customize affirmations to fit specific goals, like improving health, attracting supportive relationships, or deepening your spiritual practice. Integration is key. It's one thing to read an affirmation once, it's another to weave it into the fabric of your daily life. Some people choose to write a new affirmation each day in a journal. Others speak it aloud first thing in the morning or right before bed. You could place sticky notes around your home, in places you frequent, like your bathroom mirror, your computer desk, or even on the refrigerator door. Each time your eyes catch that note, you give your mind another gentle reminder of the truth you wish to embody. A potent affirmation for self-renewal might be, I open my heart and mind to each new day, trusting that I have all I need to grow and thrive. Let these words resonate within you, infusing your thoughts with a sense of optimism. When doubt surfaces, and it will, speak your chosen affirmation as a counterweight. Over time, you'll notice your internal monologue shift from defeat to possibility. Some find it beneficial to pair affirmations with physical gestures, like pressing a hand over the heart or taking a slow, mindful breath to anchor the statement more deeply. Others record themselves speaking affirmations and listen to them during commutes or while doing chores. Experiment to see what resonates best with your lifestyle and preferences. As you adopt daily affirmations, you're also preparing the ground for a more profound mind-body connection. Our thoughts don't exist in isolation. They send signals throughout our entire being. Embrace affirmations, and you'll be laying a solid foundation for health, energy, and alignment. components we'll explore next as we delve into the synergy between the mind and body. Picture your thoughts as pebbles dropped into a still pond, each creating ripples that travel outward. In much the same way, your mental and emotional patterns send signals throughout your body. When you're at peace, your shoulders relax, your heartbeat steadies, and your digestion functions more smoothly. Conversely, prolonged stress or negative self-talk can manifest as tension, fatigue, or even chronic aches. This intimate interplay between mind and body is increasingly recognized in wellness discussions, where holistic approaches are replacing isolated treatments. People share success stories of addressing long-standing physical issues after resolving underlying emotional conflicts. Yoga, meditation, and mindful breathing practices have gained traction precisely because they offer tangible methods to synchronize one's mental state with physical well-being. To tap into this powerful synergy, start by developing moment-to-moment awareness of your body. Throughout the day, check in with yourself. Are your muscles tense? Is your breathing shallow? Simply noticing these cues can reveal whether you're carrying stress or unspoken worries. Once you recognize tension, respond with a gentle remedy, perhaps a stretch break, a minute of slow breathing, or even a warm cup of tea savored in silence. Affirmations can serve you here too. As you inhale, consider silently repeating, "My body and mind work together in perfect harmony." Then, on the exhale, release any tightness you feel. Over time, your body begins to believe this positive statement. You may see improvements in posture, energy levels, and even how you handle pain or discomfort. This doesn't mean ignoring medical concerns. Always seek professional guidance when necessary. But it does underline the profound effect your mental state can have on your physical experience. Another beneficial practice is a body scan meditation. Find a quiet spot and sit or lie down. Close your eyes and take a few calm, deep breaths. Starting at your toes, slowly move your awareness upward, pausing at each part of your body. Notice if you feel warmth, tingling, or tension. Try not to judge or alter these sensations. Just become aware. If you discover tightness in your shoulders, for example, you might pause there to breathe extra softness into that area. This deliberate scan often uncovers emotional knots tied up in muscular discomfort. Exercise can amplify mind-body unity when approached mindfully. Whether you walk, dance, or practice light stretching, keep your awareness on how your body feels with each movement. Observe your breath's rhythm, the sensation of your feet touching the ground, and the flow of energy through your limbs. This transforms physical activity from a mere workout into an experience of self-discovery and emotional release. Embracing the mind-body connection is not about perfection, it's about harmony. You listen to your body's signals, respond with compassionate self-care, and channel your thoughts in ways that support well-being. Equipped with these insights, you're ready to build daily routines that solidify your path toward authentic purpose. Routines that respect both your inner longing for meaning and the external life you lead. A life guided by purpose doesn't have to be grandiose or complex. Often it flourishes through small, consistent acts that align with your core values. Routines, those seemingly ordinary habits, have the potential to either strengthen or erode your sense of direction. By choosing rituals that reflect what matters to you, you pave a stable path toward deeper fulfillment. Begin by identifying what truly sparks joy or a sense of meaningfulness. Maybe it's nurturing a creative outlet, like painting or writing. Perhaps it's volunteering an hour a week to support a cause that resonates with your heart. For some, it might be setting aside quiet time for meditation or prayer. The key is to recognize that time is your most precious currency. When you spend it on activities that feed your spirit, you're communicating to yourself that your inner life holds significant value. Once you've pinpointed these nourishing pursuits, carve out space for them in your schedule. Even if it's just 15 minutes a day, consistency can transform your entire outlook. For instance, if journaling brings you clarity, dedicate a specific window each morning or evening to put pen to paper. Over time, that habit becomes a steadfast anchor. When life feels hectic, you'll know there's a refuge waiting in those few minutes of honest reflection. Boundary setting also plays a vital role. A purposeful life requires a certain level of protection. Guarding your energy from draining influences or activities that don't align with your values. This might mean politely declining extra responsibilities at work when you're already stretched thin, or limiting your exposure to media that fuels anxiety or negativity. Each boundary you set confirms your commitment to preserving mental and emotional energy for what matters most. To keep your intentions fresh in your mind, you might try an affirmation such as, "Each day, I choose habits that reflect my true purpose and nourish my soul." Revisit these words whenever you feel tempted to skip a routine or compromise a boundary. Let them serve as a gentle reminder of why you started in the first place. It's helpful to review your routines regularly. Ask yourself, does this still serve me, or have my needs changed? Being flexible in your approach ensures your habits evolve alongside your growth. Perhaps the morning journaling routine that once felt liberating might need to shift to a midday practice if your schedule changes. Or maybe you discover a new passion, like gardening, that calls for a different kind of daily investment. When your life is structured around meaningful routines, you begin to radiate a steady confidence. You know you're prioritizing what feeds your heart, which in turn resonates in the quality of your relationships and the clarity of your decisions. Now let's move on to a practice that can amplify these gains by helping you see yourself with deeper compassion and acceptance. Mirror work. Standing in front of a mirror can be a surprisingly intimate act. It's not just about checking your appearance. It can also be a window into your emotional landscape. The idea behind mirror work is simple yet profound. As you address your reflection with kindness and honesty, you bypass the usual layers of self-criticism. Instead, you connect directly with your own gaze, forging a relationship rooted in understanding and acceptance. To begin, find a quiet space where you can spend a few minutes undisturbed. Look into the mirror, meeting your own eyes. Notice any immediate thoughts or sensations. Perhaps you feel self-conscious, or you sense a twinge of unease. That's okay. Breathe through it. Acknowledge that discomfort as a sign you're stepping beyond your usual defensive patterns. This is where transformation often starts, right at the edge of our comfort zone. Once you feel settled, speak gently to your reflection. You can start with something simple, like, "I see you, and I'm learning to value everything you are." If words don't come easily, try a silent smile or a hand over your heart. Over time, build up to more direct affirmations, such as, I love you and accept you exactly as you are today. It may feel awkward at first. Many people have never uttered these words to themselves. But keep going. The repetition dissolves resistance, allowing authentic self-respect to surface. Mirror work often reveals hidden emotions. You might find tears welling up or notice memories suddenly popping into mind. These are indicators that you're accessing deeper layers of your psyche. If tears flow, let them. If you need a moment to pause, that's okay too. Be patient and gentle with yourself, remembering that healing isn't always a linear path. Consistency is crucial. Try incorporating mirror work into a morning ritual or wind-down routine at night. Even 30 seconds of sincere connection can leave a lasting impression on your day. Some people like to combine it with other practices. Reading an affirmation right before stepping in front of the mirror, for instance, or quietly reflecting after a brief meditation session. Over time, you'll likely find that you no longer shy away from your own reflection. Instead, you may welcome it as a space of warmth and recognition. The insecurities that once flared up might soften, replaced by a gentle acceptance of your unique features, experiences, and qualities. This acceptance, in turn, radiates outward, influencing how you carry yourself in social settings or respond to life's challenges. The deeper goal of mirror work is to embody compassion toward yourself, which is vital for living authentically and purposefully. However, some of us have lingering resentments or regrets that make it hard to adopt that compassionate gaze. In our next step, we'll explore the powerful act of forgiveness, how it can free you from emotional shackles and reinforce all the growth you've achieved so far. Holding on to anger or resentment can feel like carrying around a heavy backpack, one that weighs you down and leaves you drained. Forgiveness offers a way to set that burden aside, giving you the energy and emotional space to pursue the life you truly want. Contrary to what some may believe, forgiveness isn't about excusing harmful behavior or pretending a wound never existed. It's about freeing yourself from the grip of past pain so you can move forward with clarity and peace. Begin by recognizing whom you need to forgive. It might be a parent, a former friend, or even your younger self for mistakes made out of ignorance or fear. Write their name on a piece of paper, along with the hurtful actions or words that still echo in your mind. As you write, be honest about how their behavior affected you. This exercise validates your experiences rather than minimizing them. Next, acknowledge what holding on to these hurts has cost you. Perhaps trust in new relationships, joy in daily moments, or mental bandwidth that could be spent on creative endeavors. Recognize that you're the one most impacted by this unresolved resentment. Forgiveness becomes a self-honoring choice, not a favor to the one who caused harm. While reflecting on these feelings, a gentle affirmation might be, I release the past and allow compassion to guide my heart. Speak this quietly when you feel anger rising, or whenever memories bubble up uninvited. Picture the negative energy leaving your body with each exhale, replaced by a sense of relief and calm. If you find the concept of forgiveness especially challenging, consider seeking an objective viewpoint from a counselor or spiritual mentor. Sometimes a neutral third party can offer insights that diffuse the emotional charge. They may suggest strategies like role-playing conversations or guided visualizations where you hand over your burdens to a symbolic source of healing. Remember, forgiveness isn't a one-time event. Certain memories might resurface, triggering old emotions. Each time that happens, gently reaffirm your commitment to let go. Over time, these triggers lose their power, and the emotional intensity subsides. You'll notice a lighter feeling, as though you finally set down that backpack you've been lugging around. In letting go of bitterness, you're not absolving anyone of responsibility for their actions. You're simply choosing not to let those actions define your emotional landscape. This choice aligns beautifully with everything else we've explored: authenticity, self-love, emotional healing, affirmations, and the synergy of mind and body. When forgiveness weaves through your life, it supports a continuous cycle of growth and renewal. Now that we've traveled through these transformative practices, it's time to bring them all together in a final reflection. Let's conclude with a unifying perspective that can guide you as you continue your quest for purpose and peace. You've journeyed through a landscape of inner exploration, touching on themes of authenticity, self-love, emotional release, daily affirmations, bodily awareness, structured habits, mirror work, and the liberating power of forgiveness. Each element stands on its own, yet they also intertwine, creating a holistic tapestry that can guide you toward a more meaningful and peaceful life. The secret is to hold these practices in gentle balance, adapting them to your personal journey rather than forcing them into a rigid formula. As you integrate these steps, remember that transformation is a process, not a single moment of revelation. Some days you'll feel aligned and clear. Other days, old doubts or stresses might resurface. Each time you stumble, view it as an invitation to return to your core practices. Speak an uplifting affirmation, spend a moment in front of the mirror, or take a few mindful breaths to reconnect with your body. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone when you bring compassion and patience to the experience. Authenticity blossoms when you honor your true self, including the imperfect, questioning parts that are still learning and healing. Self-love stabilizes your inner world, so you can bravely confront obstacles without collapsing into harsh self-judgment. Releasing emotional baggage frees you from a past that no longer needs to define you, while affirmations plant seeds of hope in your subconscious mind. Embracing the mind-body connection anchors these changes in physical reality, reminding you that every cell in your body resonates with your thoughts and feelings. Purposeful routines provide a structure to keep you on track, and mirror work fosters a compassionate relationship with your own reflection. Finally, forgiveness lightens your load, allowing you to move forward unburdened by resentment. Now let's tie all these elements together with one final affirmation, one that you can carry with you as you continue to grow and evolve. I embrace my true self with love and forgiveness, nurturing my mind, body, and spirit in peace. Let this statement linger in your heart and echo through your daily actions. Repeat it whenever you need a reminder of the journey you're on and the life you're creating. The road ahead will have its twists and turns, yet every bend holds a possibility for deeper understanding and joy. Trust that you have the resources within to face whatever arises. By consistently practicing these insights and approaches, you'll discover that your journey toward authenticity and inner peace isn't just a destination. It's a new way of living, one that honors the brilliant, resilient soul that you are. Take this moment to inhale a sense of calm and exhale any lingering doubt. You're already on the path to living a life guided by purpose, love, and unwavering acceptance of yourself. May each day unfold new avenues for insight and warmth, and may you continue to welcome life's lessons with an open mind and a trusting heart. Your authentic journey begins now, and it promises to be a beautiful, ever-evolving adventure.